big topic, artificial intelligence. Everyone's talking about it, Oracle Adaptive Intelligence. How is it being manifested in the cloud platform today?
Yeah, we're embedding AI into every part of our cloud so we can democratize the access and value from AI. So it's inside our integration cloud service, it's inside our analytics cloud service, it's inside our applications, our SaaS applications, so we can give you next best offer, how to do discounting based on what the market data is saying, etc.
So very interesting discussion on AI, and now there's another big part to AI that you definitely want to talk about.
Well, it's the autonomous database.
Of course.
You know, people are spending so much time patching database, provisioning databases, operating databases. We want to take all that away. So with the autonomous database, we've created a database that's self-driving, self-patching, self-scaling, self-healing. Yeah, self-healing, exactly. So the goal is that, you know, for example, for a warehouse, you don't even have to worry about setting indexes. You don't have to worry about query optimization. Over the last 2 decades, we've learned how to optimize the platform, and we've learned how to optimize the infrastructure upon which it's running so that you can just get the value of the database.
Now let's talk about another hot topic, which is IoT.
Yeah. So IoT, you know, we first started off building a platform that gave you the ability to stream data from the edge, do analytics at the edge, give you predictive analytics in the public cloud, and most importantly, be able to connect the application, the devices at the edge with the backend application so you can get a service ticket created. But what we realized is that people do not want a platform that then they have to write code on top of. So now we've actually built SaaS applications that are giving you asset monitoring, fleet monitoring, production line monitoring, connected worker, etc. So they're SaaS applications that users can just get value from IoT out of the box.
Now, another hot topic that everyone's talking about today is chatbots, right? You know, we're talking to machines, they're popping up everywhere. What's going on with chatbots? Because I see them in a lot of the applications. What's in that platform?
Sure. Ray, I'm sure you have kids too. I have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old. They talk to me in no other way other than messaging. So messaging has become the platform of choice. And so what we've done is we said we're going to make the ability to build these chatbots and have intelligent conversations very easy by integrating out of the box with Facebook Messenger or Slack, by integrating with Amazon Alexa and Echo, by giving you the ability to do machine learning, but without you as the developer needing to know machine learning.
So you now have the ability to create a brand new user experience using chatbots for a lot of people who've always wanted to do that. All right, let's go harder now. Blockchain. What's happening with blockchain now and the platform?
Blockchain's hot, right? And everyone talks about Bitcoin, but I want to focus in on what is called permission blockchain.
Right, permission-based.
Which is how do you connect some entities that are not fully trusted, but bring them together, right? So for example, there is this bank in the Middle East, and that bank wants to make sure that they can have the funds available the same day as the transfer happened, but they're interfacing with subsidiaries that are not fully trusted. So they've used the Oracle Blockchain Cloud Service to be able to build their blockchain application that now is giving instantaneous access to funds.
But what you're talking about here on the blockchain, a lot of people say, can I just do that in the database?
Yes.
When do you choose blockchain? When do you choose database?
Very good question. So the thing is that a database, you then have to have one person that's a centralized owner of all this information. All the data has to go back centrally into this place. Someone has to manage all of that stuff, right? In this, you want a distributed network to increase the speed at which these transactions
So decentralization is part of the help here.
Yes.
So, okay, last question. Everybody wants to move to SaaS.
Yes.
People want to build subscription revenue businesses. How are you helping organizations do that?
Yeah, so SaaS, look, everyone's going to SaaS. But when you go to SaaS, there are a few fundamental things that are absolutely critical to make happen. The most important of those is integration. Because a SaaS application doesn't live in an island of its own. That SaaS application has to be connected to the ERP application, has to be connected to the HR application, etc. Second thing, when has a SaaS application met all of your business needs right out of the box?
Never.
Never, exactly, thank you. So we give you the ability to extend those SaaS applications very easily while not breaking the upgradability of SaaS. So you can actually build business logic that's custom business logic outside and be able to leverage SaaS, and both of them can be upgraded simultaneously. And the last thing I would say is security is critical, and now these applications are running outside a firewall. So how do you know that an HR manager is not making changes to payroll outside of the time window? So we're actually giving you secure insight into the behavior of users inside SaaS applications, both Oracle and non-Oracle SaaS, and be connected to your identity so you can prevent things from happening.
So I can go on-premises, hybrid, or cloud, that's supported on the choice on deployment, and I can support multi-cloud options given what you're talking about.
Absolutely, couldn't have said that better.